Hello, this is Daniel Mart, and today I'm going to be reviewing the newest Marvel movie. The newest Marvel movie. This is going to be Captain America: The Winter Soldier. So yeah, this is basically a sequel to the 2011 movie Captain America: The First Avenger, and it's the ninth installment of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. With Iron Man, Hulk, Avengers, and all that. And yeah, this movie was directed by both Anthony and Joe Russo, who apparently who are apparently TV directors. Never actually heard of them till this movie came out. So it's pretty interesting to see this how this would turn out. This movie stars Chris Evans, Scarlett Johansson, Sebastian Stan, Anthony Mackie, Kobe Smolder, Frank Grillo, Emily Van Camp, Haley Atwell, Robert Redford, and Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, and yeah, he's the most badass character right after Captain America in this movie. There's no really other way to say it. So yeah, but before I begin with my review, as usual, there may be some spoilers and spoilers to death, if I may say so. So yeah, this movie, it's I'm reviewing this movie. It's April 7th, so you still do have time to go catch this movie. But if it's past April or May or whatever the case is, try to get it through Netflix or buy it on DVD or Blu-ray, or if it's already out at the moment. Try to watch this movie before watching this review, because there's likely to be some major spoilers. So yeah, 10 seconds as usual, starting now. Okay, that's 10 seconds as usual. Don't complain down in the comments below, or be messaging me that I never gave you a fair warning, because as usual I did. So yeah, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, basically it revolves around Captain America trying to come back into society after him having been frozen for more than 50 years. And it's about a year or two after the events of Avengers as well. Um, so yeah, basically Captain America, he's working for Shield basically, and he's trying to help them with whatever problems they have, and at one and basically at one point the Winter Soldier appears soon. Spoilers, major ones. None other turns out to be Bucky Barnes. For those who don't remember Bucky Barnes, he was the guy who fell off the train in the first movie, Captain America movie. So yeah, that's Bucky Barnes. Basically, he's returned as the Winter Soldier, and his mission is basically to annihilate or kill as many um a Shield agents as possible, seemingly. Starting with some of the highest ranked um starting with some of the highest ranked officials, I guess you could say, from the from the from the Shield agents. You could say, um, and yeah, and then he's basically working for Alexander Pierce, played by Robert Redford. Um, he's basically like the boss, I guess you could say, of Winter Soldier. He commands him and everything, and yeah, there's nothing else to say, except for the post credit scenes. One of them was it was okay, decent. Which is Steve Rogers, Captain America, walking through the museum, looking at his, I guess you could say, hall or exhibit, because the movie has its own exhibit in the Smithsonian. That one was okay. That was the post credit scene, but you also had the mid credit scene, which is one of the best mid credit scenes because we've had. It's basically of I don't remember the people in the scene, but well, not the some of the first people off, but then at the end of the scene you have a quick glimpse of both Quicksilver, the Marvel Cinematic Universe version, and Scarlet Witch for the first time, and it was just a really cool sight to see. So yeah, that's basically the whole synopsis. Um, this movie was fantastic. There's no other way to put it. I mean, the action scenes were okay. Okay, that was bad. Tell am I thinking? The action scenes were phenomenal, fantastic, extremely well done. You also have character developments out of some characters I never thought you would have gotten out of, um, such as Black Widow and Nick Fury, and then you also get I guess basic character development you could say, which is not really basic, but you do have actually bunch of character development for Falcon, played by Anthony Mackie, who he also does a fantastic job at playing the Falcon. Um, and yeah, I mean, he does kind of get a bit of a backstory, so that's pretty cool. Giving him a better character development right off the spot, right off, the spot, or whatever. You also have Captain America, who is also getting a lot more character development. That's pretty cool. And I also do like the way that they handled. I also do going back to Nick Fury and Black Widow. I also do like the way they handle their characters, because most movies they're either underused or not used properly, or whatever the case is. But here they're really used well. They're really developed, which is really good. Also, the acting is phenomenal. Um, it's nothing else I could say about the acting. Everything is just good. I mean, really the only complaint I could give, and that this is really nitpicking, is that some of the actors are better than other actors, and even after that, that's incredible. I mean, the writing is just phenomenal. The action sequences, they're off the top. They're phenomenal. You also have that humor. Sometimes it's gritty. Sometimes it's just straight out humor. It's always pretty funny to see, and that's always very enjoyable. So you do have the humor kind of mixed in with the action, and I do kind of feel this is one of the grittier Marvel movies they've had, and that it there's no complaint against that, and that's very cool, and I really like that. And also, as I said before, you have Anthony and Joe Russo, who are directing this, who apparently were TV show directors. So I didn't know how this was gonna pan out, but the direction they took this was just amazing. So that's cool. I mean, yeah, I mean, you have Captain America breaking through walls. You have Scarlett Johansson, Black Widow. She's taking out she's taking out the enemies left and right. Same thing with Anthony Mackie's character Falcon. So that sounds pretty cool. Another thing I also want to touch upon is that there's another plot twist. That's pretty cool, and there's a lot of things you expect, and they happen, and like maybe 20 minutes after the event, you kind of forget about it a bit, and then they kind of take that event, take it to a whole different direction, or kind of reverse the thing. For example, spoiler. And part of this was actually in the trailer. It wasn't showed as much in the trailer, but it was still kind of showing in the trailer. So spoiler territory. There's just one part where actually also did a discussion topic on it. Click on that annotation. It was whether Nick Fury died or not, or something like that. From the trailer, kind of did seem like he died. Um, so he died, and he died. He had pretty supposedly good death scene. Um, well, leading up to the death scene, I mean, really, the supposed death scene was him on one of the gurneys. Beep. But the things that happened before that was pretty close to the action scenes. But about 20-30 minutes after that happened, he comes back in this other underground shield facility, and he's like, "Whoa, what the hell just happened here?" So that's pretty cool. You do have a lot of surprises, which is also pretty cool, which I also do like. Um, I mean, yeah, I mean, this everything's pretty, everything's fantastic in this movie. I mean, acting, writing, action sequences. The enemy, even Winter Soldier, he's one of the more interesting enemies we've had in a long time for a Marvel movie. I mean, the Mandarin, he seemed promising, but then what that how that turned out. And then I think the most interesting villain we've had so far in any in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, better said, would have to be maybe Loki, actually. And that's only really for Thor, not even for Avengers. That's only for Thor 1, the first Thor. So yeah, I mean, the Avengers one. He wasn't that interesting, but Thor, the first Thor, he was pretty interesting in that. I mean, so he is one of the Winter Soldier. He is one of the more interesting characters, villains, and I do think we'll eventually see more of him. And yeah, I mean, there are rumors that he may eventually replace Captain America, which there is a possibility of that. So I don't know how to feel about that. Not yet. Um, so yeah, I mean, everything about this movie was just fantastic. One of the best Marvel movies we've had and comic book movies we've had in a long time. I think. I mean, it's Marvel movies, well, Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. Actually, it's kind of teetering, or I'm kind of second guessing between this one and maybe Iron Man, the first one. Uh, but this one may overcome it. Um, Now Marvel movies overall, this one's possibly also teetering or whatever with X2, maybe First Class, Iron Man. And comic book movies overall in general, just add Batman. Not Batman. So yeah, Batman Begins and The Dark Knight Rises. Not The Dark Knight. That Dark Knight is better than this one for sure. But yeah, I mean, what's not to love about this movie? This movie is incredible overall. You have a bit of grittiness, you have a bit of humor, you have a bit of action, you have a bit of character development, you have a little bit of everything, which is very cool to see, and I really do like it. And since this is supposed to lead up to the events of Avengers: Age of Ultron, it does put it in a very interesting spot. So yeah, all that's left now is rate. So yeah, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, and 6 being decent. Though for here, 9 would have, but in this case, 9 would be decent. But no joking, 6 being decent. I give this a 10 out of 10. This was just a fantastic movie all around. And speaking of which, 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10, joking, no, 10 out of 10. This is the first movie I've given a 10 out of 10 in my channel, so huge round of applause for it. Okay. So yeah, that's basically it for my review. Remember to subscribe, comment below on your thoughts on Captain America. Remember to share on Facebook, Twitter, or MySpace. And that's basically it. This is Daniel Mart signing off.